To experience the blessing of the Lord, there are quite a few paradigm shifts we need to make. The first paradigm shift I told you is about, rather than relying on yourself, you're relying on God totally. To understand the provisions of God. One of the name of the Lord is Jehovah Jireh. Philippians 4:19 said, my God will be able to supply all your needs in accordance with his glory and riches. Everything belongs to him. If you understand his economy, you will never experience lack. You see, one of the most famous economists said there are few very important things. The greatest needs of man. Economy is about our needs. First of all is water. Second is food. Third thing is shelter. And then significance and purpose. Jesus agreed these are the needs, these are the economy, but he just do not agree how you get that met. In his Sermon on the Mount, Matthew chapter 6, he said, don't worry about what you drink. That's the most important basic thing you need, water. Don't worry about what you eat. Don't worry about what you wear. Your life is more important. Your life significance and your purpose is more important. That's why he finished it with Matthew chapter 6, verse 33 said, seek first his kingdom and his righteousness. The rest shall be added unto you. The rest is all bonus. Because the kingdom of God is a kingdom abundance. Paul said in Romans chapter 14, verse 17 said, the kingdom of God is not about eating or drinking, but it's about righteousness, peace, and joy in the Spirit. If you understand the provisions of God, that is an important paradigm shift. You have to truly ask yourself, do you really rely on yourself? Or you rely on God? That's the first paradigm shift we might all understand. But as I go through all these paradigm shifts, they are all very important. You see, there are two very important alignments in our lives to experience the blessings of God. And I can summarize it by the two columns. One is covenant alignment, one is God's will alignment. First of all, we need to understand what covenant is all about. If you want to receive blessing in the kingdom, you're experiencing covenant blessings. But not many people can understand covenant, what covenant is all about. Though we might be reading it in the Bible, the Old Testament, New Testament, basically it's the Old Covenant and the New Covenant. We read it many times, but we still do not understand this word covenant. In order to understand covenant, we need to understand the original concept of how God establishes covenant with his people. If we do not understand this covenant, you will never experience what covenant blessing is all about. All what you're doing, you're experiencing is superficial stuff. Come one day, go the next day. Covenant blessings, first of all, we must understand what covenant is all about. There's a word used for us to understand covenant. It's the word called suzerain vessels. I know it's a big word. You might not understand what suzerain vessel is. Suzerain, in other words, is Lord. If you want to understand about God's economy, you need to do a very detailed studies about the Lordship. Why we call him Lord? Suzerain basically means Lord. The King of Kings. The Lord of Lords. The word vessels is basically the subjects, the small kings. We are the subjects, we are the small kings that God is establishing his covenant with us.